Well, good morning and welcome to Fishing with CJ, out on the sea. First question that's burning on everyone's mind, who is in the locker today? It's Simon!
Good morning all!
Second time out on the boat.
Morning everyone.
So I didn't put him off the first time.
Thanks Chris.
Yeah, cheers. Okay, guys and gals, if you want to put your stickers, send me your stickers to put on this door so you can appear on the Who's on the Locker. PM me and I'll send you an address to send them to. But I've got plenty of space for stickers still. So I'm trying to try and fill this whole cabin up with stickers if I can. But if you want the next one to turn up, will be there, pride of place in the middle of the door. Okay, no more ado, let's get fishing.
Lost a few decent bass off of there.
Yeah.
Been on there before. And
Yeah, well the bass are in apparently now, so that's good to hear. A lot of people saying, reporting they've caught a load. Oh, yeah. That's why we'll go and do what we're going to do. But we've always got the alternative, we can come back and hit the Brisbane or something like that. Okay, so we've been doing a bit of work on the boat, trying to get the engine trim right. It wasn't performing, the boat wasn't performing anywhere like it should. So we've tried different positions of the boat and we've got it up fairly high now. We went out the other day and yeah, it made a lot of difference, but I still had quite a big fin on the engine. So I've taken the fin off now. So I just want to see how it runs without the fin on. So we're just coming outside the speed limit mark. Once we do, I'm going to open the throttle up and we'll just see how it goes. I can't go too fast out there because it looks like there's a little bit of a chop out there yet. Nothing serious, but not. I wouldn't want to be going full pelt across it. It would be a bit slammy. But we can actually see how it picks up. So we'll see in a second how that goes. A lot of people fishing up on the east arm up there. So they all probably are hoping the mackerel will turn up, and the mackerel should turn up fairly soon, I hope. Okay, I think I'm probably safe enough to try open the throttle up. So here we go, let's see what happens. So we are at 1,900 revs at the moment and we are doing 5.5 knots. So 1, 2, 3. Well, that picked up pretty damn quick. Well, how's about that then, guys and gals? Impressive. Okay, so we're out and we're fishing. Got the first baits down. I've got a little bit of an inquiry on my left-hand rod here. Simon's with me. He's got bait down as well. Tide's quite hard at the moment. I'm just tackling up a second rod, but it's going to have a bit more weight on it to so make sure I'm hard on the bottom. But I was getting a little knock on the left-hand rod. But it's big bait on there. It's only a little tiny tap, tap, tap. So if anything, it's a dogfish, just ragging the bait. We'll get this other one down, set up, and then bring that first rod in and see what's going on. Maybe have to put a bigger weight on because I'm actually finding that the weight's kiting up off the bottom. I'm using wire trace as my hook length. So you can imagine that we're looking for something that's got a few teeth, hopefully. But it's a nice fine wire trace. What I'm using is actually stainless steel bird wire, which you can buy on online. It's a wire that they put up for discouraging seagulls, etc. I don't know what the breaking strain is because it's not in breaking strain, but it's pretty strong. It's a stainless steel wire, plastic coated, and it's the best and cheapest way I've found of buying wire trace. Let's see how we get on with it. Means I can use quite a long trace of it, so I haven't got to mess around with links and knots and what have you, because every time you put a link and a knot into anything, you're introducing a weakness. I don't know if you can see that rod behind me, but it is every so often, it's giving a little tap, 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 tap. So, who knows, as I say. I think it's the dogfisher I call him. We've got a rubby sack down on the anchor again, so as we know, that will bring the dogs in quite early, quite quickly. Anyway, no more ado, I'm going to get this other rod tackled up, get it out in the water and get fishing. The right hand rod was giving it a good rattle and knock, so we're going to wind that in, see if we've got anything on there. If I haven't got a fish on there, probably the bait's been ragged, so let's have a look. Tide is quite strong. Doesn't feel like there's a fish on there. If it is, it's tiny. Yeah, there's no fish on here, but we'll wind it and have a look at the bait. Oh, there is a fish on. There was a dogfish on it, it's just let go.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a dogfish on there, which was weird because it almost felt like it took the bait again on the way up, but typical dogfish is hung onto the bait to the last seconds and then let go on the surface. I'm not that disappointed about letting it go because I would have let it go anyway, but there are fish down there. Need to get this baited up, maybe put a heavier weight on it and get it back down again. Or maybe I'll put some mackerel feathers down, give it a little go with the mackerel feathers. He's doing it to me again, although I did get the first fish, albeit he got off to the surface. If we were on out fishing with Brody Moss, I'd have had to walk the plank for that, but I'm not going to do that, it's too cold.
Bit of may rot on the line.
Yeah, I was noticed that when I brought mine, there was a bit of may rot. Not happy. Yeah, there was a bit of may rot in there. Do you think you got a fish on there or not?
Well, it's a lot more weight than 12 ounces.
Yeah, well that's good to hear.
But it's not really fighting. It did have a few taps, but it's not doing a lot now. Just a dead weight.
None of my
Fair bit of tide running there.
Yeah, there's a fair old tide running.
There you go, it's a dogfish by the looks of it.
It looks like a doggy, and it looks like a reasonably sized doggy, it's not a little one. So the curse of the dogfish has not gone away, but hey, if they're here, they are the scouts, they are the forerunners. So yeah, I've show the people, dogfish, yoo-hoo!
Doggy time, yeah.
Excellent, so let's get him back and get back fishing. Got a halfway reasonable bite on this rod, let's have a look at it. Let's watch the bite going, there's a whole mackerel on there. And it's hooked blunt end first, which is how I quite like fishing whole mackerel. Oh yeah, definitely got a knock on there, haven't we? Do we leave it to develop or what do we do? As I say, there's a whole mackerel on there, so I'm kind of hoping for a better fish. Oh, there it goes again. Yeah, I think we're going to wind that in and have a look at it. So let's put this back up on here. In fact, see what it is. I'm suspecting it might be another dogfish, but we might be wrong. Remembering there's a big heavy weight on this. Yeah, something on there, definitely something on there. Now this doesn't look like a powerful rod, but it is. It's a very powerful rod. So, I might put the old groin protector on. That's better. There's a ring missing off this rod, and it's kind of mental note to self. I need to replace that ring. And I went into the tackle shop the other day, and in my mind, one of the things I was going to do in the tackle shop was buy a ring, and of course I forgot. So the line is touching the blank, which is not good. There's definitely weight there. It's not fighting hard. So we'll see what it is. Not bringing up any other rods, I might know. Oh, it's kind of woken up a bit. Here we go. Oh, it's a dogfish, it's a dogfish. Let's hope this isn't the sign of the day that we're going to catch hundreds of these things, these fellas. Looks out. So there we go. Let's get him back into the briny. And away he goes. I'm just using this piece of mackerel again. I think it's got enough body to it. It's got enough scent in it.
It's not been out very long, has it? So
No.
it'll last a good 15 minutes, I think.
Well, that dogfish has eaten one end of it, but there's still the main body of the bait is still good. So
Maybe our rubby dubby's working.
well, it's certainly
Helping.
bringing in the doggies. As we say, it does attract the doggies, but that's the bait there that I'm going to be using. It's still quite good, so we'll put that down. Now I like, when I'm using whole mackerel, I like to hook them back to front, so that the hook is down at the juicy end, and it clearly worked with that dogfish because that was the end he was noshing at, and he clearly got the hook. So let's put that down again and give it another go. Let's either do that or put them out as flappers. You got a fish on there, Son?
It might be another dogfish by the feel of it,
Yeah.
to be honest. No, it's not. It's a whiting.
A whiting?
Got a pout. That's a whiting.
A whiting? I was catching whiting out here the other day,
On a
actually.
great big bait. Look.
Yeah. That's probably what those little knocks and rattles I was getting on the first time.
And a great big hook as well. 5-0 hook. Yep. Well, you can go one. Actually,
A whiting! A ting! There you go.
Well.
You can keep it for bait if you want.
yeah. I think we can go on our next dubby.
Yeah,
bag.
I'll put it in the live bait tank so it keeps a bit alive to
Made a
itself.
bit of a mess of my rig.
Yeah.
Which is a bit unusual.
Yeah, so there you go, live bait. We might, if we suddenly see some tope activity, that might be quite a good bait.
It's fresh, isn't it?
Got a nice rattle on this rod just then. Again, probably bloody dogfish, but yeah, definitely something on there. That's why I hate these rods.
I've got some great ones on my kayak.
Ooh, that feels a bit better.
It does.
That feels a bit better.
It's got some weight to that, isn't it?
I would say that might be a ray. Oh,
Good man.
yes, definitely something heavy on there.
Are you
There's my
filming?
groin protector gone.
Stay there.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, I need the groin protector for this one. It's putting a definite bend in my
Do
rod.
you want me to wind the other rod in?
No. It's all right.
Might need a net for this one.
Maybe. We won't get the net out until we...
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Putting a bend in this rod.
How much lead have you got on?
It's got a half a kilo on it. But that's not, I mean, it's not the lead,
No,
it's the
no.
fish.
There's some weight bending that rod.
And it's holding deep, so...
Slow and steady.
Yeah, let the rod do the work. So we're pumping it up, winding it down, holding.
What's your guess?
I'm gonna say it's a ray at the moment, unless it does something different, like suddenly tries swimming backwards. I'm not thinking toothy critter, I'm not thinking tope or anything like that, because it's not taking runs. It's just holding deep. Either that or I'm bringing everybody's leads up.
It's using the conditions to its advantage, isn't it?
Yeah. A bit of may rot on the line, which is a bit disappointing to see. Or there's 6 dogfish on here, all hanging on each other's tails. Seen any colour yet? Just holding there in the water. Oh, come on, baby.
It's using the tide, isn't it?
Get the fighting
Watch
try.
that. There's one other rod there.
No, so it should be all right, Si.
Put it
Actually.
on there, mate, for you.
Yeah. The only, yeah, okay. As long as you haven't crossed the lines over there.
No, I don't think so.
It's coming up now. Gave a bit then.
We're looking for some colour. That's
Might want that net, as I said now.
okay.
Good idea. See if I can do it without poking you in the eye this time. Yeah, cheers. If you just lay it down there so that I can get the net. It's coming up a bit easier now.
I can see colour.
What have we got there? It's not. Is it a ray?
You've got yes, it's a small ray,
Small ray.
but I'm not sure.
Arsehook. It's wrapped its tail around the line, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got your other reel as well, rod now. I don't need a net for that now. Let me wind that other one in.
No, let's give us a net. Give us a net.
Oh, you want the net?
Yeah. Yeah, got the mackerel feathers. That's why I want to leave them where they were, because you brought them in, and so they would have crossed over the line. Woohoo!
Yeah, you were bringing 2 leads up, I think, weren't you?
No,
Or
because
not?
they were mackerel feathers. They're only down about 10 feet. So I didn't get them until the last minute.
Apologies.
So when you brought the rod
Yeah.
over, you would have brought the line.
I didn't realise there were feathers. I was.
Yeah.
That's
That's why I was leaving them out there. But never mind. That's a nice fish.
Yes.
No specimen, but it's a nice male.
Different species, isn't it?
Yeah, different species, and it's a nice male. It's got a big set of claspers. Swallowed the hook down nice and deep. I'm not going to put my hand in there. I made that mistake once before. And it's incredibly powerful jaws because they also crush crabs. So I made a mistake of putting a finger in once, and I had a black nail for quite a while.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well done. Watch your fingers there with that as well.
Happy days. It's a male. Got a huge set of claspers there. So for a male, it's not a bad size thornback.
Just drop it or move it slightly to the left so you don't get your face in it. Yeah, I'll leave your rod alone, the other rod alone next time.
Yeah. I said no,
Yeah.
and then you took it, and I went, oh, okay, it might be right, it might be all right. Doesn't matter, not the end of the world.
Oops. Oh, push the hooks here, look.
Yeah.
So I'll let that go. That's when you want to be having to get the net out for a fish, don't you?
When I'm fishing like this is how I like to rig my mackerel baits. So basically, the wire is going through, and the hook is sticking out the blunt end of the mackerel, which is the juicy end of the mackerel. Now, this is frozen, this mackerel, so it's going to leach out its scent quite slowly. I might put a bit of bait elastic on there just to make it stronger so it doesn't rip out of the bait, but essentially that's it. And I've certainly had tope this way and rays. Well, I've had a ray just now, and dogfish as well, of course. So that's what I'm going to do. A knock on this rod here. I was having the odd little knock on that rod as well. Now we're pretty much flat water now, so we are drifting around a bit. This one goes again, I'll wind it in. I'm eating a corned beef and salad French stick roll, courtesy of Simon. Thank you very much, Simon. Oh, there we go.
My pleasure. So, may it bring you a fish? Of gargantuan size.
It's a fish, it's a dogfish. Got any colours? No. We have got one totally mullered bait though, look at that. That has been totally noshed. That was a whole mackerel on there. But somehow it's wrapped up the line. I'm guessing the fish have done that. And yeah, so such is life. I'm gonna bring these rods in because I'm gonna play with my new toy in a minute. So let's get these in out of the way. Got some footage of the former from underneath. It wasn't working that well, but you know, it's all a learning game. And the tide now is ebbing, quite strongly ebbing. We've lifted the anchor. We've put a fresh bag of rub on the anchor, and we've turned around and we're fishing to the bottom. And we've both got little knocks going on at the moment. So in a minute we'll wind them in and have a look. Catch him on. Cocktail bait on it, but it's a little light rod. Whoa, that nice. Feels a bit better.
That's pulling back, isn't it?
It is pulling back.
It is. Superb.
Oh, it's come off.
Oh.
Yeah, for a second there it was felt something toothy and quite fierce.
Are you fishing with wire on that one?
Yep. Interesting to see if my crimps have failed. Oh well. Had a good fish there for a second. Yeah. Right, on the sounder there, we have got some fish showing up just above the bottom, and we have got some fish showing up just below the surface as well. So, you know, let's hope that that's a portend that we're going to start catching some fish. Both rods have had a little bit of interest in them. Nothing to write home about though. Yeah, a little knock on this rod still. Might wind this big rod in and just have a look, see if I've got a dogfish asleep on the end. Nothing nodding on here, but it does feel like there's a bit of weight, and then it could just be the tide and the big weight that I've got on here. Yeah, nothing there. But that was a whole mackerel.
Savage.
Looks like something out of a Top Cat cartoon, you know, a fish skeleton. That was a whole mackerel on there. It's gone. It's been noshed. Completely demolished.
Wasn't there long, was it?
No. But we were getting little knocks and rattles, so I think it was probably dogfish, or we do know there's whiting out there. So, just commenting that we're not getting any dogfish, and of course here we go. First dogfish. I'm trying to take the skin off my hand. Activity, bit of an inquiry on the left-hand rod here. Whoops. Definitely.
As well.
A little bit of a slop going on as well. I mean, the problem is that the boat is nosing to the tide, but the waves are at 90 degrees to the tide, so it's causing the boat to rock like that. Yeah, definitely got something knocking there. Well, they're little taps and rattles. But I would suspect bloody dogfish again. Also, the weight is definitely hitting the bottom because I can see it as the weight hits the bottom.
I just think last time, I think by letting out a bit more line, first fishing further down tide, I was picking up 1 or 2 extra bites maybe.
Yeah. Right, let's wind this in, see what we've got in here. Definitely got an inquiry going on.
I think because there's quite a bit of tide running, you don't always see the bites, do you?
No.
Or know that they're actually on.
Dropped on the floor there.
Feel the bottom right, whether or not I've got a fish on.
Of course, the other thing is you can have a little tiny inquiry bite like that and it's a ray. It's just sitting on it.
I'm going to change the bait anyway. Fresh bait. No point,
yeah,
can't take it home with us, can we?
Well, we've got plenty of bait, we might as well use it.
Yeah.
This feels a bit heavier than a dogfish, but
Yeah, good for you. Good one, mate. Yeah, let's hopefully it's something worthy.
oh, it's not. It's a dogfish. It is a dogfish.
Yeah, not really had much of an inquiry on there. My main bit, look.
Oh, that's weird, isn't it?
But I will change it.
The trouble is, you get these baits up, and they're not too badly damaged, but because the
Scent's gone, isn't it?
because the dogfish has woofed them down, to get the bloody hook out, you've got to destroy the bait.
Yes.
I might go, well, there you go. I don't think that was even hooked. I think that was just a greedy dogfish that didn't want to let go. But there we go, another little doggy. Let's send him back to doggy heaven, back to the kennels. And I'm not going to freshen that bait up. That's got plenty of life in it still. Wouldn't it be nice if they grew about 4 times bigger and they were in the same numbers as they are now? You could say the same thing about mackerel, couldn't you, really? Wish they were 4 times bigger.
I think you'd fish for nothing else.
Yeah.
Mackerel went up to say £8 to £10.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, another doggy coming up. Another woofer.
They seems a bit smaller this week, didn't they?
That last one was quite a reasonable size, actually, for a dogfish.
Or maybe it's just, yeah, maybe a few I had today then.
But they're not vast for sure. Right, mackerel and bluey now, for see if we can't get ourselves another ray.
Yeah, I've had bluey on, bluey and squid.
Yeah, well, I've been using
Mackerel.
bluey and squid, or mackerel and squid, and all I'm getting is dogfish on it. But certainly the other day it was the bluey and mackerel that was the one that caught the rays on.
Yeah. Probably the 2 most oily fish, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bait fish anyway that we can get hold of.
Just had a big bite on it. Oh, got a big bite on it. This is the light rod as well, so it's going to be interesting to see what this is.
We're both in as well, aren't we?
We were just saying how much longer we're going to give it here, and we said, well, if we suddenly start picking up fish, we might change our mind. And I've just got this, and I think Si has as well.
Fish on. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
It's actually
this
feel
is
like
tugging well.
Yeah, mine's pulling back.
Make sure we set the hook.
Nice bend you got there, isn't it?
I'm going to say, this is no dogfish. Probably is now.
Two of them.
That. But I've got the ray bait on. I've got the bluey and mackerel on here, which is definitely the bait for rays. Come on, baby.
Jeez.
It's coming up a little bit more docilely. It's not running, so it's not it's not a toothsome critter. Albeit it might wake up when it gets up nearer the surface.
Nice whiting.
Yeah.
No, that's what I got.
Oh, you got a nice whiting. That's all right. You gonna take that home for fish cakes, here?
Well,
Actually, we forgot we have got some in the live bait tank,
Yes.
haven't we?
there's probably not that much meat on him, but this might just
I
drop
think
him
this
in there.
might be a
for-
ray. I don't think it's a particularly huge one.
Well, there's not much water in there though. There's a bit more water in there. Just want to keep my live. That's got some weight on it though, Chris.
Yeah, it's got some weight. It's kind of holding in the tide. So as I say, I suspect it's a ray.
Yeah, I'll...
Should be starting to see colour soon, I would have thought. Oh, just giving a little nod. Ooh, hello. It's woken up a bit.
Do we need the net?
Probably will do. Waking up a bit. I'm there, so it's
Yeah.
just under the surface now. There it is. Nice ray.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Get this up to the camera. It's picked up the other line. It's only a little.
Probably in on his back. Yeah.
It's only little, but cheers, mate.
Probably.
Here we go. Another little thorny. Actually, you can press the button again. Yeah.
I only pressed it once. Sorry, we're releasing here.
Okay, got a bit of an inquiry going on the right hand rod. Once again, I put the camera and it stopped. Oh no. Oh, that's good. That's a good bite. That's a good bite. Oh yeah. That feels like something interesting.
Looks good. Pulling back, isn't it?
Yeah, put him back.
another ray, isn't it? Doesn't want to move, does it? Good bite though, isn't it?
When I struck,
Very, very
it struck back at me.
positive bite. Yeah, I saw the rod lurch down.
And away.
Well, we've had a cracking day. I've had 3 rays, you had your PB, loads of dogfish as well, which wasn't really what we were after, but you know, fish is a fish. And whiting, pouting, yeah, but you know, it was a good day. We came in and we tried fishing the wreck here to see if we could pick up a match, but there's lots of fish showing up on the sounder, but they're not playing with us. You had quite a big pouting though, didn't you? First drift. Well, here we go. We're going to be in the fish, but it was a big granddad pouting. So we're having to hang around a bit now because we've missed the tide. So we can't land the boat until the tide starts coming in a bit. So we're going to head in now and just see what we can see if we can get on the trailer or not. Yep. So keep safe, keep sane, keep fishing. Peace and love.